Hi guys, I'm back. Well, I can't leave nothing alone. But anyway, I did a video on how to convert the frequency counter from an AC plug to 12 volt using that step up or step down converter. And anyway, works great except for I realized I need an on-off switch on it. I don't like, and I don't know why I didn't have one to start with, but it never had an on-off switch. I guess before you just plugged it in or unplugged it. But anyway, I'm just going to keep improving things. But I decided I'm going to go ahead and put a switch in this. And I thought I'd go ahead and bring you along and kind of, this what I'm going to do here kind of works for anything you want to put an on-off switch on. So, it's kind of a universal little training on how to install an on-off switch, I figure. Of course, first you need a switch. Let me go ahead and bring her back down here. Sorry. Let's go ahead and bring her back down here to my workbench here. First, you're going to need an on-off switch. Now, this is what they call a double pole, double throw. And basically, on this one, as in it says, it's got double poles. So really, for what I'm going to do here, I only need a single pole, single throw. But I don't have one handy. And I typically buy these because I'd rather have more than not enough. But anyway, it might be kind of silly. But either way, this is what they call a double pole, double throw. If you wanted to do a single throw, single pole, or double pole, single throw switch, it would be the opposite of this. It would only have one line instead of two, because basically what you have here is you have two poles. Because kind of think of this as being two switches. You got a switch here and a switch here. The center's a common, and or the center's a common. If you flip it up, it switches the poles to these two bottom ones, which I know it's kind of weird, but typically the way the slide on the switch is, if it's down, then it's going to be the poles opposite of it, if that makes sense. But anyway, so your commons are here. So say you want to turn something on and off, well, you could just hook the common here and the connection there. So you just break your connection. So all you're doing is break your connection between these two. And obviously from here to here, when it's connected internally, it's on. And then when you flip it the other way, it switches the center pole to this one, which has no connection, so it's off. And I mean, these are very versatile. You can use them for a lot of different things. Obviously, with being double pole, double throw, you could actually have your positive and negative if you needed to convert, to turn both those off. In my instance, I only need to turn the hot off. The ground doesn't need to be turned off. But say you got an application where you need to do both, you can sure do it with this. You could have positive on one side and negative on the other. And you could actually even get fancier than that. You could have it to where it goes to one device that turns on and off down here. And then when you flip it the other way, it goes to another device that goes that way. You see what I'm saying? You could actually have and then whichever side it's on is going to be connected to, and the other side is going to be open. Or you could have, you could have two lights here. You could have a set of lights here and a set of lights here. And with the center being the hot, or the connection through, you could have this side would be your bottom lights when it's switched that direction, and the other direction would be your top lights, and with the center of the common. I hope that makes sense. I'm probably getting too deep into the switch, but I just kind of explain how the switch works. In my instance, all I want to do is turn something on and off. So all I need to do is break a connection, a 12 volt connection. So I'll use the center pole to an outside pole, and then what happens is when the switch is in one position, it will connect those two, and the other position it'll just be open, so it won't connect to anything. So it turn it off and on. So anyway, that's your education on the switch. Let's go ahead and get inside of here, which I've already opened it back up. And I was debating, do I put it on the top? Do I put it on the bottom? Do I put it in the back? As far as where the switch should locate. And I was tempted to put it on the side, but the more I thought about it, then what if I got something beside it it's hard to reach? Then I thought about putting it on top, but then what if I want to put something on top of it, or if it's in a tight area? Might be. So I decided, you know what, I've got a wire coming out the back anyway, so I'll just go ahead and put the switch next to where the wire comes out the back, because I've already got something back there anyway. So I did a lot of debate on that. It was real tempting. I would have loved to put it in the front, but that was kind of a no-go because of the way they've got this built. See, the circuit board wouldn't give me enough space, and it's full. There's no area to where I could put the switch, so it has to go on the sides of the back. Since I'm limited on that, we're going to go ahead and go with the back. So first thing we're going to do is just drill a hole through here, which I got a correct size drill bit for my switch size there. And since this is soft metal, I'll just use my little drill driver here it should be able to drill through this real easy. I just kind of line it up with the switch. Yeah, we'll go about right there. Yeah, I'm probably not the right tool, but like I said, I knew this metal was so soft that it wouldn't take a whole lot, so I knew I could use my drill driver. So now I'm just going to take my switch, which as you can see, I'm just going to run the switch. Obviously, I want the circuit on the back side, so I just want to run the switch through the hole, like so. And then we're just going to put a lock nut on there. All right. Come on. Why you give me such a hard time here? Just screw on there. There we go. Tighten that up. What do we got as far as something to tighten it with? There we go. Now we're going to do, like I said, and what we want to do is figure out, now I want down, I want up to be on. So we're going to want to do the center pole and the bottom pole. It doesn't matter which side, I can use either side of that. So the next simple thing we're going to do is we're just going to right there, there. Diagonal cutters. There we go. And I said I want it bottom, so that means I'll just hook from the center to the bottom, and that will give me my on off. Are you kidding me? I shorted myself here. Wow. I sure did. Okay, well. Really ain't no undoing that. That's okay. We'll show you what we do in a situation like that. Turn the soldering iron on here. First thing we want to do is get our input coming in, which I'm going to put it on the center. You don't want to leave it on there and that switch too long, as far as you don't want to burn the switch down. Where those noodle nose go? There they are. And we're just going to hook this up to the center. Just like that. And had I cut my wires correctly, all I would have had to do is hook that one up to the bottom, but I don't know, I got a little froggy and cut a little bit short there, so we're gonna have to unsolder my little one there, and I just cut me a new piece here. And we'll go ahead and tin it up. Go ahead and tin the switch up. Tinning it up means heating up and getting solder stuck to it before you try to solder. This makes it more easy to flow the solder on the joint that way. Moved right there to the last second. Let it cool down. And then we don't need all this wire here. Some off there. Tin this guy up, prep this wire. And now I just need to solder it onto my terminal down here on my step down converter. That easy. There we go. Now, as you see, center goes to here, bottom to there. So that means when the switch is down, it's on. So that means when the switch is on the back, it's up, it's on. When it's down, it's off. Go ahead and slide the case back on here. I'm not getting any wires pinched anywhere. That's the main thing you want to be careful about. Box back together. A nice little on-off switch on the back. Go ahead and hook her back up, see what we got. Now look. Oh, it's not on, darn. But flip the switch up. Ta-da! That easy. So we've now added an on-off switch to it, to my low frequency counter. I would say this project is done now, unless I can come up with something else I want to play with on it. But anyway, thought you might enjoy that little how to add a switch to something, basically. And that goes on anything in your car or anywhere. I mean, it's the same basic knowledge, basic logic. All switches work the same way. So, you enjoyed this little short video, guys. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. I try to throw little electronic tips out when I can. Have a great day. This is Electron Man.